What up, what up, what up? Our hour was up, y'all. The hour was up. We was talking, but the hour was up. I wasn't paying attention to the time, so into the conversation. Thank you guys for being here and listening to us. Um Good combos all the time. Like I truly enjoyed myself. I enjoyed listening to your comments also.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pizza. I was trying to give you a sign like
I was going.
we got a minute. We only got a minute. It's only a minute.
I was going in. I was in my bag right there. I'm sorry.
Whitney is horny, guys. I have a horny friend, and she wants to know about these toys.
Oh,
I'm gonna go show you this toy that I got, and you'll go straight to sleep. You wanna go to sleep?
Oh, okay. I can grab one or two. I could grab one or two if y'all want the extended play a little bit.
Do y'all want the extended play or not? Raise your hands.
I gotta see if it's worth it.
She gotta see if it's worth it. Is anybody interested in toys and learning like the best ones for the cooch? Is there any single ladies out here? Is any single ladies out here?
Okay, I see enough. Yes.
I'll
be right back.
Okay. Yes, everybody wants the toy. Yes. Everybody wants the toy. So we came back on for y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I just 73 today. I'm fake tired, but y'all my people, so we gonna keep it going. Yes, because I want to step my freak up. Everybody want to get freaky. I only got one toy, and it works for me. But we're gonna see KEESA's toys because she's she about that life. It's just some people that's about that life, and that's why I had her on with me today. And I see that y'all enjoying her, so she'll be back.
Okay.
She'll definitely be back.
All right. Sorry.
Right.
Okay. Let me see who's in here. Can you see who's in here?
You could
I'm
look.
trying to see if any of I might have to like. Okay.
No, nobody in here. That I'm looking at the viewers right now.
Okay, cool. You know,
all right. So, are you gonna show us your favorites?
If we all got to a place where it wasn't taboo, I wouldn't have to be like, do I got some coworkers in here?
Right. But it's okay. I think sometimes you think people might judge or say something, but they really be paying attention also. Mm-hmm. Everybody has body parts that needs to be stimulated.
Yeah. So I only brought 3.
Okay, not only 3.
Yeah. So this is a butt plug. Now, I don't particularly use, like, some people use it to prep their butt for penetration. You don't necessarily have to do that. Sometimes just having it there while the action is happening is good too. And that's my preference. So
what do you do with the butt plug? Are we putting it in? Does it vibrate? Give us some.
Yeah, so this one doesn't vibrate. So no, you just put it in. And it's large enough that like hits a certain part of your butt where it's enough pressure and everything else feels really good too. So I don't use it to prep for anal sex. It's just like an addition to the regular like action.
Can we see it? Hold it up.
Oh.
So while you're being intimate, this is you stick it in.
Yeah.
And this is for you.
Or before you even get started, you could do it.
Oh, before. Yeah. So do you have to, not to be in your business, but do you have to be wet or do you have to put lube on it? Yes, because honestly, some people don't know, KEESA. Like some people really don't know.
Yes, you put lube on it. Yes.
So you put lube on it
while you're doing everything else. Yes.
No, Tiara, she said you don't have to put the whole thing in. It's not the whole thing.
No, not the whole thing. It stops. There's a stopper. So this doesn't go in. This is the stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait. We putting this whole thing in our butt right there?
This whole part.
Have you singing? Who want to sing? Do you put it in and have sex at the same time? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Are we into that? Y'all wanted to know. Y'all wanted to know. So in this chat right now, does everybody come? That's the main question. Like, is everybody coming? Like, when you with your man, are you coming, or do you have to finish up yourself? Because I know some people sometimes have to finish it up themselves, and that's really not fair. I like the thumb though. But T, if you like the thumb, you really gonna like that. Damn, KEESA, can you come to my? Wendy always trying to get somebody to do it. Nobody's doing a threesome right now. She's in a relationship.
I'm not interested in them. No.
Right. So what's the second one you have? Can it fit?
Okay.
Can it fit where, Sasha? In your butt? Yes. You lube it. You're feeling. I think, to me, I would think, because I never used it. It's like when you're making that, when you're feeling it, when you into it, and here slide it in there, and you won't even really notice.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes with toys, it has to be with somebody that you have a connection with. You know what I mean? Toys is not something that you do it with anybody. Like,
right.
you have to have a
So
connection.
the reason why you don't typically, it's not that you can't do it with anybody. You don't typically do it with anybody because most people are intimidated by it. And it's going to be likely with someone you trust that you've had a conversation with and then you bring it out. I feel like to be frank, I've typically used them solo. So a lot of people that I had were solo play. Now I'm in a situation where it doesn't have to be solo play. Like, they're about it being a part of the entire experience.
Okay.
So that's absolutely different. That's something newer for me. And it's been great to explore that aspect of like using toys. Like,
people are asking, is this planned or do you just whip it out? Well, she's in a relationship, so her man knows by now what she's into. I think that's part of spicing up the relationship. I'm not gonna say, hey babe, tonight butt plug day. Like,
no. It's not. It's also not like a every experience.
Yeah.
Not every time. But you know, let's say you're like at a point where you're like, ooh, you know what would be good? That day. Like, sometimes it's that. Sometimes you start before, like, whatever. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It's usually pretty spontaneous. There's never a time where like, oh yeah, tonight is the night we do.
So you're saying for the first time. So T, if you want to use that for the first time.
Oh wait. Okay, wait. I have another one. So this is the medium. So this is for beyond beginners. There's actually some that are.
So can we see the size? Oh.
There's actually some that might be the size of like this finger with ridges. So it's skinnier. So if you want to start, you can do a small. There's small, medium, large. I have medium.
Oh.
And then there's like small, and small is for you to start.
So there's smaller ones.
Skinny. Yeah, it's very skinny. And it's not, again, if it's not something you're into, that's fine.
Right.
You can also try it. And if you don't like it,
you don't do it.
You don't do it. But it's
a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Do y'all got that? Is the large one in the drawer? No, she just.
Then this one. So this is actually the one that was popular on Twitter. Tracy's dog.
Okay.
Right? So this one is a like this goes over the clitoris, and this goes in the vagina. I share this one because some people really like something in there while things are happening.
Yeah.
This doesn't move, it just vibrates. And remember I was saying earlier that I don't really like toys that just sit there. So I don't particularly like this one, but people talked about it a ton and thought it was amazing. And I think it's okay. But
so explain, can you turn it around so we can see it?
So this goes in the vagina. And then this sits on top and goes above the clitoris. And again, this is not my job. So I know some things about this. Is not my job. I'm not a doctor.
No, we just speaking from experience and what we do. Yeah. They know that, guys. We just speaking from experience, and what we do is not politically correct. Like we just, it's girl talk.
So yeah. So then it sits on the clit. To me, I don't. Well, this is probably TMI, but this also doesn't sit properly on me to be comfortable for, like, I have to do a lot to keep it like where it needs to be to help me. So it's not that great for me. But
Miss Cam, she swears by it.
Right. A lot of people like suction, right? Clitoral stimulation and penetration. So you'll notice a lot of female toys have like either something vibrating or something sucking and something going in. Some are smaller, some are bigger, some vibrate, some go in and out, some thrust. They're all various kinds of them. Try one. I don't really like this one, but you could try one, see what you like. The other thing is this is a solo toy. This is not a play toy. Like there's no joy in using this with a partner. Like it.
Right, unless he gets joy out of watching you come.
Right. But for the most part.
That's by yourself.
Yeah, that's a solo toy.
Well, thank you, Kees.
The last one is just a regular vibrator.
Yeah, this is the one I like too, Pinky.
Yeah.
And it just has different speeds. This is the best thing I ever found in my whole entire life. Being single was so easy. Those nights where you're like, damn, I want to have sex. I'm sleepy. I can't go to sleep. Like, oh, I wish I had a nut. Pinky, good night. I forgot that I was single.
Yeah. And they're great. They're great solo toys and partner toys.
Yes, this is a great solo toy
great
and
solo
with your
toy,
partner.
Great play toy. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, Pinky is here for you. Ooh, slogan.
Yes. So that's just a couple examples. I say for beginners, start with just a vibrational toy. Start with a vibrational toy.
So is using toys a way, do you think, to keep like relationships a little bit spicy?
See, that's another thing. I don't think of it as that, right? Like I think of it as I enjoy them. They help to enhance the experience. And so I don't think of it like, oh, I need to do this so that he doesn't leave or he thinks
no.
Yeah, but it's not like, ooh, this is to spice up anything per se. No, it's just like
for you, it's just what you like. This is
what I like.
It comes with me.
Yeah, if it's if we're in the mood for that for a particular session, like sure, but it's not. No, there's no like. I don't think about that deeply.
Okay. What's your last one? You say you had 3. That was the third one?
I showed you guys 3.
So, guys, she showed you. I also think, it can't. For KEESA's just saying from her opinion that it's not for her to spice it up. This is just a part of it. But I think that for some of us females that's been in relationships that haven't used a toy, I think that a toy could spice it up if that's what you want. Like, oh, babe, when you know what I mean? Where you learn that from? Some people are into different things. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may want to come or whatever before you get started. Like, it might turn you on even more. You're already wet. You're already, if you use this and then you use the butt plug, I didn't have to use no lube because I was already started.
So here's the kicker. I'll leave you guys with this. Triple stimulation. Now that might be for the pros in the room. But what I was talking about is having the vibrator, the thrusting, and the butt plug.
Sounds like my head is going to explode. It sounds like an explosion.
That's
you just explained it, Whitney.
I literally just explained it.
Has anybody else tried this?
Some butt stimulation and some vaginal stimulation for the ladies.
So next time you come on, KEESA, we're gonna see has anybody tried any of these and their experience from it.
Did she say no comment?
That means she tried it. That means she tried it. Whitney, can you teach a class? You can teach your own class. Get some toys and experiment because what may turn her on or what may turn me on might not do the same for you.
Right. It's all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think.
Go ahead. Jinx, bitch. Uh,
I think for me, a lot of this, you know, you might ask, okay, how does a regular person like get into it? Like I said, one of the biggest things for me is breaking the stigma around talking about sex, right? So like I mentioned to you, I'm a part of a group of young people who we decided that we wanted a space where we could talk. Nothing was off limits. You could talk
Okay.
about anything.
How did you find this group?
Um, and I mean, so Boston I'm living in Boston, and it's a place that tends to have a lot of niche things, and so folks, you know, tend to host things about like sex or relationships or whatever, and so you tend to can dabble in a little different, a bunch of different things. So this particular group, you know, talking about sexuality so freely with somewhat strangers, now a lot of them are my friends, but being able to just see that it's not taboo, A, B, that Black people are engaged in these, you know, these kinds of things too, and expressing themselves and seeking pleasure and like all these things. So being able to be in a space where it's welcoming and talking about it was like, wait, I don't have to listen to the voices of the other people who made me feel shame for wanting pleasure. It's like I'm in this space with my partner. It's just me and them, and then I'm in an encouraging space that talks about kinks, that talks about this, that talks about that, and then you're like, you know, you try things, you might not like things, but you try other things. You lean into things that you kind of sort of, you know, like choking. I was like, I remember one time when I was younger, like somebody like must have leaned on me too hard. And I was like, oh, actually, that feels kind of good. But like a lot of people didn't like.
How many people like getting choked during sex?
Or they're scared, right? They're scared to hurt you. And then you get into a place where you can be like, you can talk through what it feels like to actually like, you know,
I think that's just maturity, right?
So it's like, it's mostly having conversations and like not being taboo about it. And so a lot of this has been in more recent years, like having a space to talk about it, having a space to try, and having somebody who I trust where I can try. You know?
Right. Okay. So it's just kind of got to do with growth. I know some of you guys, at first, everybody was kind of acting all like, now everybody's like, oh, but like, I think sometimes people just be afraid to talk about things, but once one person say it, everybody's like, oh yeah, like, you know, oh wow, or, and it'd be the people that you never thought would, and they'd be interested.
We're grown, we're all adults, we see our friends have babies, like, whatever, we can, we talk about it, but still there's a level of shame around sex for whatever reason. And even as I was saying, I didn't want my coworkers to see me. Like, there's some level of shame and stigma around sex. And like, it's natural. It's like the things that we're doing. And if we're going to do it anyway, like, why not enjoy it? It's one of the few things we actually can control in our lives. There's a lot of things we can't control. Right. But having an orgasm is absolutely something you can control. So
my friend that never had an orgasm, I keep telling her I feel so bad for her.
Yeah, like why not have that thing you have control over be you know, and so that mindset around it is what's really flipped me. It's like, yo, this is my thing, it's my private space, nobody else is in here, and I can control whether I have a good time or not. Right. Why not? You know?
Why not? I'm here. It's my body. If I'm gonna do it, let's do it. I feel like whatever you do, you should do it to the best of your abilities. Like, let me get it. So I guess we're gonna end up planning a toy party soon. Well, you know.
Well, after Corona, I don't know about no toy
party. Yeah, after Corona. After Corona, even though everybody has been around each other, but after Corona, or we can wear masks at the party. We can't see what's in your mouth. But KEESA, thank you for coming on.
I am so happy.
We really appreciate you.
Hopefully this causes lots of wonderful orgasms in the next week or month for you all.
Or tonight.
Whether it's self-pleasure or play, or finally Whitney gets that threesome of hers that will not include me.
Right. Oh, somebody said a virtual toy party. Susan said a virtual. We could go on Zoom. But yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your knowledge on these things.
No worries.
We appreciate you. Everybody is like, go like this in their pants now. Like, okay. Okay, honestly, guys, if you just keep moving like this, you might have one. You know, when your jeans, that little part of your jeans, you go like this.
Oh my
Like,
god,
have
that's
you know?
actually something to play around with, to see if you can how your mind is so impactful in how you think about sex and like enjoy sex. So like being able to focus and like actually make yourself come without like much stimulation is a huge feat.
I feel like sometimes people come from, like, you could think about something and come. Like, I feel like it'd be a little like, oh wait, time out. Oh my god! Like, I'm serious. Like, sometimes you don't need sometimes it's the little things. It's the little things.
Yeah.
Yes, a little part of your jeans. Y'all act like y'all never felt it before. But I'm gonna just whatever. I think it's Old Navy jeans that got it.
Cackling in the chat.
Huh?
Y'all know y'all be doing it.
Right. I think it's the Old Navy jeans. One of them jeans that has that little part. And you just move. And then that's free. But Kees, thank you. So we did part 2 for you guys.
This was so fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
You're doing
I'm glad we got the camera together. Huh?
You're doing so great. You're doing so great. I'm so proud of you. I wish you keep going, keep pushing. You're doing a great job. It's a really nice space.
Right. It's just, time
to hang out, chat with your girls.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
you everybody for tuning in to Girl Talk. Thank you to all my girls, my boys listening. I really appreciate all the love I've been receiving. I know a lot of y'all are wondering about that Angie Martinez and Joe Budden's picture.
Oh yeah.
If you want, I'll explain it. If you don't, just text me on my line. But
I did hit her up like, wait, so am I on Sunday or not?
Yeah, right. So what happened was, I'm in New Jersey, and I'm going out for lunch, and we were supposed to go to the spot, and I couldn't find the turn or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go to this hookah lounge. You know, just da-da-da. And I'm sitting down, whatever, and my girl goes, Shanice, isn't that Joe Budden's behind you? So I'm like, oh, I don't want to look. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to look right now. So I look, and it's him, and I'm like, oh, shoot. And I'm like, yo, he's a great, he's on the podcast. He's great. Everybody knows him. He's doing his thing. Even if you hate him, even if you don't like the things you say, you know what he's doing. You know what I mean? And that's what really matters. Like, you can hate me, you can love me, but you know about my show. And then Angie Martinez walks in. And she sits down with him, and they're just talking, laughing, smoking hookah. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, the #1 radio host in the fucking world is right here. Joe Budden's is right here. I got to speak to them. Like, I have to say something to them, because if I don't, I'm going to feel like a pussy. Like, I'm going to be like, you know what I mean? Like, this God, like me and Sasha Energy had this conversation about speaking things into existence and having positive energy. And, doing all these things. And I'm like, yo, this is what I be telling people on Girl Talk. Like, so how can I miss out on this opportunity? I be letting my people down. I'll be telling y'all a story how I saw them. And y'all like, well, that's boring. You know what I mean? Like, that's boring. Why didn't you say something stupid? Like, so I drink about 2 Patron margaritas. Like, okay, Shanice. Okay, I'm doing it. KEESA. I'm talking to the camera like, yeah, bitch, you gonna do it. You gonna go. We gonna get this. Like, what's good? Like, what's good? So I just stand up and I go. They're like 3 steps away, like 1, 2, 3, like that close. And I'm like, hey guys, not to be annoying. I really don't want to annoy y'all right now, but I have an Instagram live. I want to start a podcast, and you guys are sitting right behind me. And I had to say something to y'all. I said, God put me here to talk to y'all right now. So then they like, oh, okay, like, ha, ha, ha. That's Joe Budden's like, okay, ha, ha, ha. So Angie is like, I'm like, well, can you guys just say, tune into Girl Talk, or can I take a picture with you guys, like something? So Angie is like, oh, sit down. Let's look like we're having lunch or something. And I set my ass down, like, okay. So we there taking pictures, like, and they're like, oh, da, da. So my cousin is Groovy Lou. He's in the music industry. He's a fashion designer, whatever. So we're just talking. I'm like, yeah, because my cousin Groovy, you know, you gotta put your part in. My cousin Groovy told me, you know, whenever I see anybody, just go for it, Shiny, just go. And she's like, oh my God, tell him I said hi. I haven't seen him in so long. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, that's my cousin. So they we just sat, I left them alone. We sat down. When I was leaving, Joe was like, anytime you need, like anytime. And she was like, yeah, nice to meet you. And I left. So I didn't really talk to them about Girl Talk. I told them that I had my own show, but like they were talking, they were drinking, they were smoking hookah, like, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to be like like, oh, so look at my show and da, 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 da. Like, you know what I mean? So I just took that, and I feel like later on in life we'll see each other again, and they're like, oh my God, you're the girl. And I'm like, you the girl and you're the boy. Like, so that's the story, everybody. Okay, that is the story. I didn't have a conference call with them. I didn't want to lie to my viewers. Like, I saw them, they were sitting right behind me. So that's the story. But everybody,
Dope.
thank you. I know we got work in the morning. I know we got things to do. I know we got kids. I know we got da 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 da. Thank you for tuning in to Girl Talk.
Yes,
We'll be back next week,
yes.
next Sunday. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Love you guys. KEESA, you know you my girl. Holla.
All right, bye.